All right, welcome back to the stream, everybody. It is Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Time for another round of Valheim. We've been doing the No Map, No Glory run. It's a modded run, our first modded stream series. We're using a couple fancy mods. One is Extended Player Inventory, so see an extended inventory panel when I open it. CraftyBoxes. Hey, Johnny Bravo, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. We're also using CraftyBoxes, InfiniteTorches, so you don't have to refill torches with resin. WaterproofBuildings, so our wood structures don't suffer rain damage. You can still be damaged other ways, but they don't take rain damage. It's nice for when you do large builds. You don't want to have to repair everything. Some other mods, I can't think of them off the top of my head. The last one, though, is BlindCartographer. And so we are doing a no map run. We've turned off the maps. There's no mini map. There's no world map. But what BlindCartographer does is it puts the cartography table back on your build menu. So you can look at the map when you're at your base by examining the cartography table. That's it. That's it. So it's sort of a modded version of a no map run. I've done a bunch of no map runs before on stream. I thought I'd try this mod out. And so far, I'm enjoying it. I like it a little bit more than the regular no map runs, but that's enough chat. Let's get into the game and get building. All right, so we should be playing Bill Burr. I think that was the name we selected for this round. Not Gumby, but Bill Burr. And today we're going to build a castle. That's the plan. We have our wood fortress put together, and it's holding up nicely. But we hit the Iron Age last week, and I think it's time to extend our build. So let's take a look at what we have real quick. You can see the walls with this wood X on it. This is the original wood structure that we put up. And I made sure it was large enough that when we go to build our castle, we have a little bit of a space for a courtyard. And I think this is going to work pretty well for us. Let me check the other side real quick. And here on the back side, I extended it a bit. I did some measurements for what I want to try and do. I'm just seeing if we've got enough space. This might be a bit of a tight build. We'll see. We'll see. But I put some pieces on the ground to kind of lay it out. Do you have a good mod increase structures, like more unique ones or more? I haven't gotten deep into the modding, Johnny. So, no. Short answer, no. I'm not sure that exists, though. It might. So I'm assuming you're talking about like the pre-existing structures, houses, and buildings that sort of populate the world before you join it. I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep. Nighttime. I haven't seen that, but there are lots and lots of mods that add more decorative things. There's a mod called Plant Anything that lets you plant mushrooms and raspberry bushes and all that kind of stuff. So it's worth looking into. I think it's worth looking into. So we're going to let the sun come up. Take a look at our food situation here. Going to make some quick repairs. And we do need to find some iron to work with. I don't know if we have any. Here we go. We have 1 iron. That's not enough. So we're going to need to find something that has iron in it, or we're going to have to go get some iron. I'm not super eager to do. Let's see here. So I am looking for something we can deconstruct that has iron in it. Does this have iron? Nope. 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 This is not good. Yeah, I like the Plant Anything. I don't feel like it breaks the game. It just unlocks some things that you don't normally have access to, which I think is a good use of some of the things you get from the game. So it looks like we have used... Oh, we can deconstruct this. Boom, there we go. There's our iron. That's what we needed. One of these here, one of these here. So CraftyBoxes lets us just craft from whatever is in our boxes. So you'll see I've already gathered, there's a bunch of wood that I gathered. Over on this side, I've gathered a whole bunch of stone. I've got some boxes over here. I just want to show you what I've got. So it's going to pull from all this. We don't have to carry it around with us while we build. And I think that's a great mod. It just makes building so much easier. So anyways, we're building a castle. We're going to need a stone cutter. I'm going to put one of these out right about here for now. And we need to destroy this wall. So we're going to make a circular tower using 4-meter long stone walls all the way around. This is going to be the center of the tower, and this is where we're going to do a spiral staircase that'll get us to the top of the tower. At least that's our plan. So I'm going to go through here and destroy all of this. We don't need that anymore. Get rid of these. As well, we're just going to remove this entire back section. So hard to see. Go. Get rid of all this. Every time I hold shift, it switches the build piece on me. Try not to do that. And now, that, these, finish it all flats for us. Go. Just gather all this up, throw it in the chest so it's out of the way. And that'll give us some space to work with. The funny part about what you are doing... nice, nice. Well, maybe let's give you some ideas for your own build. We'll see. We'll see. So at this point, you'll notice these pieces are a little bit more than halfway into the ground. I'm going to zoom in real tight, which means when we put the stone pieces down, it's going to work really well. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to do a couple stone pieces like this. There we go. And then we're just going to continue that all the way around. So I'm going to take this build piece, but instead I'm going to use the top left snap point. And that way I can do the curve a lot easier. Just do this. Slap this bad boy together real quick. And that should line up with the center. That looks beautiful. That looks beautiful. And I'm just doing a 1 degree, 1 tick turn right there. Should be the front. Up here, we're gonna move our stone cutter now. So let's just put it in the center until we're ready. Okay, back to our corner snap point. So the goal here, what I'd like to do is I am well known for building elaborate castle walls. What I want is for the... It's gonna rain, this isn't it? There we go, it looks beautiful. So what we want is for the castle walls to sort of come out of the sides here. So we're gonna, instead of having the walls wrap around behind the circle, I want the walls to like go right in through the center of this circle and then out to the front. So kind of like if that wood wall was still here, it would connect onto the side of this, but we're gonna have to build on that. The next part really kind of stinks. So here's where you gotta make a decision as a builder. Do you want to do alternating brick on this thing? There's a bit of a price to it. You have to do these one piece all the way around. It's really tedious. Like this. Because otherwise it just doesn't work. You can't put two long pieces together. You have to just use one piece on the ends. And then the next row up, we can put two long pieces together. Actually, work pretty well, but it's kind of a pain. But visually, it's going to look really strong in the end. So that's what we're trying to do. And then we wrap around this way, this. I think it's probably easier if I end up here. make sense in a moment. Because I don't have to stand up there. We'll just target the bottom corner. When it's not turned, it doesn't look like it's aligned properly, but it seems to be going okay. There we go. And once that's done, we should be able to just slap the 2-meter piece right there. And this is how we're going to build up. I feel like it looks fine. It always looks off a little bit, and then when you place it, it just sort of snaps into place properly. It's really a little bit odd, but it works. I'll take it. Now, eventually we're going to have to punch some holes in this wall. I completely get that. For now, this will work. There. We can only jump 2 meters high, so we're going to get up here now and get these in place. Let's do the bottom corner snap. Perfect. Now we'll just kind of walk it backwards. So every other layer is going to be real easy to put in place, and then one after it's going to be a real pain. But if you like that alternating brick pattern, this is the price of admission. At least with a round tower. It's not like I've not found an easier solution. Square towers, there's a bunch of options. But for round towers, this is about as good as it goes. We're going to build this room 4 meters tall. And then we're going to... Whoops. And then we're going to... floor in, a 1 meter thick stone floor. And then we'll have an upstairs. I don't normally do castles with an upstairs. If I put this in, turn, hey, it went perfect. All right, put the rest of these in here. Once again, that bottom snap point, boom. Corners you got to deal with. Really hoping this works out. This is one of the more complex designs I've tried. I don't really know if it's going to go well or if it's going to go poorly, but every time it's a learning experience. We'll take something from it either way. Either way. Building in the rain is always fun. Always fun. Go, and we're back to the beginning, so let's do that. This takes a lot of concentration. I'm using the bottom right snap point to snap to the piece we already put in. Get that turn perfected. Pair everything. Nice to have a little safe base to come back to, clean up, dry off. Okay, so we got a bit of an issue now. Some stairs. Get up where we need to be. Should have built it where we left off. That's it. Okay, let's see if we can't get that bottom snap point again. There we go. Rotate. Rotate. Ooh, boy, howdy. So this will be layer 4, which means the next layer is going to be our floor layer. We have to build some supports to hold it up. Go. Put this in. This is the largest round stone structure I've ever made. Not trying to go bigger. Go big or go home, they say. I think this will work. This will work. Okay. So this should constitute the bottom layer. This is going to be the front right here. So we're going to need to make a hole here. I'm going to destroy a couple pieces. Let's go back. Actually, we got to destroy all these pieces, don't we? I think I got to destroy this and that. Now we can put in some arcs. The trick here, you notice it's trying to snap to this corner in the back. We want it to snap to this front corner. So we're going to do some toggling. There we go. There we go. So it's like slightly embedded in the stone. Oops, like that, I believe. And that should look really good. Actually look exceptional. That piece of stone. There we go. Looks like there's one more up there. Looks like I picked it up. Good. You don't want stone getting left behind in your walls, or it's kind of a pain. So at this point, we can start putting in the support pieces, so let's do that. Now we can do these, but they'll get overlapped, so I'm going to skip the corners, so to speak. We're just going to do the middle 2 meters like this. And this will be more than enough to hold up our roof. And then the next step will be building up the center part. We can get that roof built. It'll be nice, because I don't like working in the rain. I'm sure Stumps is tired of being all wet. But there won't be any other entrances to the build. Just the front courtyard. That'll be like the only weakness. So we'll build a nice big courtyard out front to protect us. And there we go. This creates the beginning of it. So the next step is building around this thing. So I'm actually going to move our stone cutter. Whoops, wrong one. Here, let's put it right back here. And then here we're going to do 1 meter bricks. Just like that. And they're going to connect the middle of all 4 sides. So this is technically a square with rounded corners. It'll look round just because it's so small. That's how we're going to do it. I'm going to zoom in. Let's get rid of these pieces. It's all just for measurement. Make sure it all connects properly. Zoom back out. Go back to our stone piece. And we'll do that top snap corner. That. Jump up here. We're just going to slap all these corners in. Build it up. Because we're going to build those same supports on the outside of this ring, we can build on every single one of these 1 meter pieces. All right, let's use a bottom snap point. Go like this. Boom. Boom, like that. What I like about a snap point. Kind of hit everything from one spot if you're any good at it. Alright, let's go back to a top snap point and our curves. Oops. It's layer 2. So be it. I'm also a huge fan of the spiral or wood stairway. Repeat our bottom snap point. I just do the bottom for the side. find it so much easier. And then the top snap point from up here. I think this is layer 3. So one more layer. In good shape. Bottom snap point. There we go. And let's get back to that top snap point. Ooh, such serious work. Who would have thought video games would become such serious work? Okay, we're good to go. So we're going to put a doorway right here, just to match the front of our building. And we're going to do this. I'm trying to remember if I want to do it 3 units tall or just 2. I think we want to do it 3 units tall. So this one's a lot like the other doorway. We have to kind of snap to the outside point, not the inside point. Like you see that gap? We don't want that. So we're going to snap to this top corner like that. And we're going to rotate like this. And just toggle through till we get our snap points. Makes a nice little arch when you connect them, intersect them like that. And now we can put our stairway down here. So let's do that. The way I like to do it, we have to measure off the side wall so we can get the center point. You'll notice it's just right in the middle like that. Pretty straightforward. And then, how do I like to do this? I like to do a 1 meter beam at the bottom and then a 2 meter log pole, but snap it to the top like this. So I know it's like halfway in the ground, and then remove, if you can target it. I want to remove that wood piece if it's at all possible. There we go. Oh, there we go, perfect. So now we have a centered or wood hole. We can just put another one right on top of it. We can keep adding to it as needed. We can also sort of embed them in one another. And then if I remember correctly, oh crap, how does this work? I'm trying to remember the math to get this to line up properly. I think if I start from the top, it works easier. Let's do that. Let's zoom out a bit. Okay. So ideally what we want a 2 meter beam like this. We're going to attach it like this, but we want it a little bit below that. We want a 45 degree like that. That's too high up. So we're going to try to snap below. We do that. There we go. That, and maybe below that one even. That should be perfect. That'll get us right up to where we want to be. So now we can just go from there. It doesn't really matter where we start. We'll just keep going to where we end. Here is our exit. Oh, right here. Seems kind of far away. That doesn't seem where I want it to be. I have to think about that. Let's get some sleep though. Maybe things will look different than that. Nighty night, Stumps. All right, good morning, Stumps. Let's get some food in our bellies. See if we can get back to this. I feel like this is correct. We come up, we end up going out here or out this way, and then we would start going up the next level. We need to go level 5. We're 1 level short. I'm going to leave that. It's good enough for now. It'll let us get up and down. But it's 1 meter short. We started a little bit below where we wanted to. I'm just going to go around and on every single one of these, put a support. Once we get that 5th level in there, we'll be good. We'll be good. There we go, there we go. Circle around. Okay. So now we can get up here. Stairs are helpful. And start planning some of this. So the way this is going to work is from this side, we're going to want stone pieces here and there. And then we're going to do 2 more like this. So this is where the wall is going to connect to the side of our tower. So we'll have a walkway going out this way and around to the front. We'll have the same thing on this side. Set that up properly. Which I think uses this. And we put it like this. And we're good. And so now we just kind of go around and see how much flooring we can put in without it sticking out the side of our building. So we can't put that one in. It'll look weird. But we can do this. 1 there, 1 there. 1 there, and just keep adding on. Now, not all of them have direct support underneath. That's okay. Enough of them do. Can we connect to this one is the real question. So that'll work. We can get that one in there. That should work too. I feel like this is going quite well. So that won't work. So we'll continue here. Will that work? That sticks out, so we can't do that one. We're going to fill in those gaps with just regular stone pieces, the smaller 1 meter, 1x2, whatever works. Now here we're not going to put pieces in because what'll happen is it'll stick out the front of the building and we'll have this really weird texture. We won't be able to get that rough texture of that smooth sort of stone floor tile texture. We're going to skip that. Avoid that mistake altogether. And we're just going to mirror everything on this side. And the same over here. Oops, can't go that far. Can't go that far. Again, pick up your stone when you destroy it, or it gets kind of stuck in the building, and then one day you're walking around, you've got this little twinkle coming out of your floor. You're like, where did that come from? Where did that come from? And then all your Viking friends are going to point and laugh. We can avoid all that. We can avoid the whole thing. You can just pick up your stone pieces. Okay. I think, whoops, this one did not go in properly. Put this in properly. There we go. It looks wonky, but it's actually in there properly. And this one looks weird. Is something off? I feel like that. gotta be it. Really hope that's it. Pick up our pieces for all that preaching. Oh, it just doesn't quite fit, does it? Why not? Let. I feel like this has happened in this. These are off. It's just straight up off. Let's keep building from this side. I think I built something incorrectly, obviously. Something is snapping awfully weird. So let's start using some snap point. The top snap point. We're going to destroy these pieces when we're done. See, there's where we screwed up. I hope that fixed it. I sincerely hope that fixed it. And that's as far as we go. All right. Open up the stairs again. Oops, our hammer broke. Let's fix that. All right, I have experienced that problem multiple times building this design. I've tried this design out before, and I always end up with that one tile that just sort of doesn't work. So I find if I just lay one tile, use it as a cornerstone, go all the way around real careful, it'll work, but not always. Not always. I'm wondering if I should get rid of that. I'm going to leave this one here. I'm going to get rid of that one. And the reason being, this is going to be visible anyways, because we're coming out of the stairway at that point. But this side I can do the curve. So we're going to put this in here, and here's how we're going to fill a lot of this. And let's use a snap point just so we don't mess anything up. There we go. And then we could do individual snap points. Find the top. Like that. And then we can build off of that. So I'm actually going to start doing that. Oops, that's not correct. That's not correct. We want to use this corner right here. There we go. That's how we do it. Like that, and then we'll come over here and do the same thing. And again, that's where the doorway is going to be, so okay, but it looks a little weird. That's okay. And then we're gonna snap this in like that. We're gonna do the same thing there. Same thing there. And the same thing there. Now, it looks a little wonky right now, but that's okay. Once we start building up the wall, you're really not gonna notice it. Gonna do the same thing on the outside. Fortunately, we get to do the 2-meter pieces here. That'll make life a lot easier. Do a bottom piece. There we go. Switch to a top piece. There we go. There we go. This one actually, we can just use, I think, this. See if perfect. I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's do another piece like that. Use the top corner. Beautiful. That's going to look great for going in and out. And now we can switch straight to a top corner. Build the easy portion of the wall. Whoops. Okay, why didn't that line up right? I see. I see. Okay. Makes sense. Put this one back using a top corner point. And then we're going to do these properly using that corner right there. Boom. And like that. Perfect. We can do the same, I think, right here. The bottom corner. That just won't work. Let's try this one. What we do, hey, here we go. Nope, not far enough. From there we go. Perfect. Perfect. And we should be able to continue from there. Perfect. Okay, so this will get us at least the first floor done. From that point. There we go, there we go. And it'll give you a pretty good sense of what I'm trying to achieve here, hopefully. We can fix our stairs. And then decide what we want to do next. Probably finish out another day. All right. So there we go. We're all filled in. What we're going to do next is use that same top snap point and just fill in some of these gaps as best we can. Some of these easier to do like that. Do this one. This one. This one, I don't want to do it that way. Do it like, there we go. Now we can do that, 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 and that. You get the idea. That'll work. And I think this will work. Good. That looks good. Those all look good. And so I think the rest can be closed up with just 1 meter pieces. That's my hope. Do another top. Always add another one, but I think that looks good enough. That looks good there. That looks good there and there. I don't know. Do we really want one there? I don't think it's necessary. I can't pick up that stone piece. Oh. So frustrating. Okay, so there we go. So now we've got our thing built properly. Let's get our stairs built properly. Turn it 45 this way. Oh, that snap point is so tricky. We want one here and one over here. It actually worked out perfect. And then I'm going to zoom in. We're going to get rid of all of these. Just jump down now. We're going to use... so tight. All right, I'm gonna use this one to make the rest of it. Notice that I'm using the post for the snapping. I've made the mistake of trying to use the walls around me for the snapping. It does not work. Trust me when I say this, it does not work. Okay, so now we can come in here, jump up, and end up here. And then we want to put in some stone connected to, what are we snapping to here? To a top. That? Does that even look right? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Let's not do it that way. Let's do it like this. Let's put one there. And we're going to take one. So that works. And then we're going to do one here. And then from this corner, we're going to go out that way. That makes sense to me. And from this corner, let's snap out that way. And we should be able to snap on the end of that. Okay, let's see what it's snapping to at this point. All right. 1, 2, so it's on the right angle, boom, like that. And now this should snap into that. What a mess. Okay, good enough. Good enough. That gets us our platform we need. I can live with that. I can live with that. And then we're going to build up on top of this, but I don't want to go any further. This has been quite an ordeal. Let's do some doors for it, clean up our mess. And I'll start to show you my concepts for the interior of this space. First, let's put our wood framing up. Actually, I think we can just put gates on this. And then, let's see. I like to do something like this. Or maybe... do it like that. I'm wondering if we did it like this instead. Does that come a little? Not sure I like that. X would be right there as opposed to there. What about right in the middle there? What's that all about? Kind of weird. Oops. Weird snap point. I don't even know where that's coming from. Let's use it. Let's see what it looks like. We're going to snap top point. Maybe like that? No. Yeah, let's try it. It's kind of neat. Not what I like. Do it this way. I can live with that. I can live with that. And then in here, I was going to do roughly the same thing. I'm going to try to snap, not the center. I always think that looks pretty nice. And then you can put these on the side. And it looks pretty good like that, I think. Okay, so the next part I'm going to be like this. This is tricky. Why can't I? Oh, I see, I see. So like that? Does that actually work? I think it does work. This is interesting because these two bricks are intersecting with one another. That's why it's kind of snapping weird. But I want it to be like that so that we can do this. I'm kind of building in the dark. I understand that. Fix this. I want to make a bunch of those, but let's get some sleep, get some torches put in here. It'll be a lot easier to see what we're doing tomorrow. Good night, Stump. All right, I think I need to move the forge in order to build some torches in here. Actually, it might have covered it. Let's just go ahead and do that. Forge down for a minute, and then now we should be able to build these. This is what we want. On the sides, I'm going to zoom in a bit. Do 4 of these. 1. The flat sides, we're just doing this on the curved side. That flat side, this should be the curved side. 3 and curved side here. Perfect. That's all I'm going to do for torches right now. Our forge back. All right, so this is the key. This thing right here. What it's going to do is going to serve as our storage. And that may or may not make a lot of sense right now, but that's okay. That's okay. Let me get this put in. That. Missed it, like this one. Not this one, but this one. No. Storage. This one. Storage. This one, storage. Right math. Oh, come on, man. Storage. Okay, so this one's off. This one's off right away. Oops. Like this. Whoa. Measure twice, cut once. That's what I'm saying. That's the lesson we're learning. Okay, right back to where we want it to be. That's perfect. That's perfect. Skip. Perfect. Skip. Perfect. Skip, and we're back to this one. This is perfect. Okay. That. And this one has to be like that. Put this out here. Now this is the problem with a round design. It's very difficult to be efficient with the space. Go. So these are going to be shelves, not actual stairs. This is the concept. And then right here, we're going to have crafting stations, like the workbench and stuff. Now, I don't want to put it here. I want it to be on the other side, so I'm not going to actually build it here. But you get the idea. And then we're going to just kind of leave the wood trim. I think it looks nice. It won't be super noticeable or anything, but I just think it looks nice. I'll live with that. Let me go around, try to get this put in properly. It's tricky because our snap points are, again, embedded inside each other. There's a little bit of overlap there. But you gotta do a tricky build sooner or later. I think this one's worth it. Okay, that should cover it. Now we should have a whole bunch of these in pairs of 2. That's what we want. So we're gonna have a bench in the middle and then storage on both sides. food? Sure do. Sorry, Stumps. And it's our pot. There we go. This will just serve as the sides of our, whoops, fridge. Finally, the stairs. Now, the drawback to this is the cost. Because in order to make those barrels for storage, that's what we're actually going to use. It's like 30 gold per barrel, and we can get 6 barrels on each. So to load this entire thing up, 2,000 gold. Fortunately, we are rich Vikings this week. So we're going to go buy a lot of barrel hoops. I'm going to get this framed up too real quick. Oh, that looks so off. It's the way it's attaching to the ground, I suppose. We could trim up the inside too. I don't know if it'll look good. Maybe we'll try it out, but for now I want to get this going, and I want to get this out of my way. I'm going to move it back into one of these cubby holes. That's the whole point of it. You have roughly a 2 meter by 4 meter gap here, which is exactly what you need for almost all the crafting stations. You've been working hard, Stumps. Have a beverage. Ooh. Living a clean life, are you? Good luck with that. Alright, let's get this put in here. I'm just gonna... How are we gonna do this? I think it's easier if we put this in first. But we gotta have this near. And then we can like tuck it into the wall a bit. This. And then I believe we can build a shelf. We're gonna have to use the left corner snap point. And if we start like here, I think, go across, does that give us... not give us enough help. Start from here. There we go. And that creates a nice shelf that we can use for upgrade. I'm not going to go any further because I want the barrels to be there, so we're going to get rid of that. But we're going to know that's how we do the placement. Okay, so this one we're going to... After this, build it out, build it out. And then get rid of that first one. And that'll create a really nice shelf for us to use. For all of our workbenches. Now some of them won't work, but that's okay. That one seemed to work. If you build the shelf after the workbench, you seem to be able to build through workbenches. We're trying to figure out how to do that. That seems to be the answer. And one more. This will look great. Alright, so there we go. Let's get rid of this. Push it into here. Crafting this. Maybe we bring it out to the edge like that. Make it real easy to put stuff behind it. Can we get this in there? That'd be amazing. Come on. Up here? Oh! I saw it. Oh! Do I have to be at the end? Or does it need to be? How about that? Okay, not pretty, but I can live with it. Can we get another one up here? Are you kidding me? Look at that. Look at that. I don't know how many more upgrades we gotta do, but that works great. Let's put the forge in over here, where I was going to put it. Anyways, what can we build? This can probably go up here. Let's see if we can get a upgrade in the corner. Bellows has to be under here somewhere. Oh, there we go. I can live with that. How about the water cooler? Ooh, look at that. Put it over here. That's usually a problem piece. Okay, I think that's as far as we can go. But you see the basic idea, right? We're going to have a whole bunch of workbenches in here. This will get moved. This will probably be the artisan table since it's all the way at the back. We're not going to use it much. But on this side, we're going to have the black forge. And we're going to have the Galder table. So when we get to the Mistlands, that's what we're going to do there. And this gives us a start. Let's see. Can we sleep? I don't know what time of day it is. One hour into the stream, we've got half our fort built. I'm going to try and get the rest of it built up. Not the outer walls, but just the tower. But we had a lot of trial and error to go through there. Let's see what time. Oh, we can sleep. Nighty night, Stump. All right, good morning, Stumps. Let's take a look at the stone inventory. Okay, that's empty. That's empty. Okay, we do not have enough stone to keep building. We've gone through 3.5 boxes. Excuse me, we've got 1, 2. Yeah, just not enough to really keep going. And that's a shame, but how it is. I'm gonna leave it. Go look for all the twinkle. Clean it up. Get up top. This is highly functional. I'm really impressed with this. Say so myself, and I do. And I do. Let's remove that. Clean it up a bit. I think it's like in here. There we go, got it. And if I can use the side of this, oh, I guess I'm gonna use snap points. There we go. Same thing here. Same thing here. I think we can just snap it in like that. That all looks good to me. This is all gonna get covered up. But good enough, good enough. I feel like I should at least raise up the tower a bit. Let's go ahead and do 1 or 2 levels. Just get a little more of this stone used up, and then we'll call it. Alright, let's use a bottom point. This one's a little trickier. Let's use, there we go. All right, and then we'll use our top snap point. I suppose it is a little risky kind of putting some along the sides and then filling in the gaps. They don't always connect. Like a really good build principle is start from a cornerstone and always keep extending from the original build. Don't start on like the opposite corner and hope that everything lines up the way you want it to. It doesn't always do that. It doesn't always do that. Okay, we'll try and get 2 layers in here, both the inside and the outside. Whoop. That's enough that we can jump back up. We won't go any further than that. Let's see. suppose we could just keep extending the stairs. But here's where the Waterproof Buildings mod is nice. Like, those steps aren't going to degrade. I don't have to worry about covering them up. I'll leave it just an open tower if I want to. And that's okay. Now we can do our own top snap point. Actually, didn't we do that? Oh, it's exactly the same as below. We want that alternating pattern. So important. So important. All right, let's do a corner snap point there. One there. 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 There we go. Maybe that's the way to do it. No. Ooh, I didn't think that one was gonna work. There we go. Ooh, tricky. Just looks like it doesn't quite line up, and I can never figure out why that is. Hope I'm not making some sort of very basic building mistake. Very basic, very obvious. Like this little gap over here makes me a little bit nervous. I can only do 2 levels. I can't do this anymore. I've gone as far as I can, and I go no further. Then we get the easy layer. And I think we've earned it. We've earned the easy layer. There we go. Alright. Snap point. Now give me a top snap. Guess I gotta be up top for it to work. There we go. And it might be that we need to have a gap somewhere. I'm not sure. Hoping that's not the case, but if it is, it is. And there we go. All right. All finished. For today, we are going to fix something here. Oh, this one and this one. Eventually, we're putting a window in here. So we're going to go ahead and leave a 2-meter stone in this gap, and that way we can just delete it later. We're going to delete that stone and the one above it. Cool. You'll notice we have that nice alternating pattern on the outside. Can't do much on the inside, it is what it is. We can get out of here finally. And we have this set up as a functional interior. Let's go get some barrels. Let's go get some barrels, man. Not bad for 1 hour. I mean, even from the outside, looks pretty good. The other thing we're going to do is trim it up. Like this. No questions. Guess we'll go this way with it. And then we'll do a 1 meter. Let's not do that yet. Let's not do that part yet. We'll start with 2 meters at the bottom. See where it gets to. Can I even? There we go. I think we do it like this. And then these two sides, we do the 45 degree. So that's 1, 2. Yeah, we do it like that. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. Both of these would be the 45s. Can get rid of these pieces, and I'm going to get rid of some of this so I can finish up this part. That. Those are there. We'll skip these. Just doing angled ones while I've got the proper rotation. Should be good. The rest gets straight. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna find that one. It's tricky. That one right there. Get rid of it. Ooh. Hard to work staring into the sun. Where we're going next, the sun doesn't shine. Because we are in need of a lot more iron. And I think we've done a healthy amount of building today. So let's put this back. Thank you to CraftyBoxes for making that at least manageable. I'm going to need tomorrow to farm a whole heck of a lot of stone. I really thought that was going to go a lot further. But at this point, we can build on top of it. We can build off of these stone pieces. We're going to start from this side and build all the way around to the opposite side and kind of see how it lines up when we get there. And see what kind of adjustments need to be made on these two stones. I think this is where the wonkiness is going to take place, but it'll be kind of neat having the wall come out like here, and it's literally going to be about this wide, go all the way down there. We'll have like one arch right here, and a second arch right here, and then we'll have the rest of the wall go that way. Maybe we'll just do one arch, and then go out. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe a little bit smaller courtyard. We don't need something so big, especially since we have this interior. This is where I'm hoping to spend most of my time. But we'll see. We'll see. We will definitely see. Let's go see. Haldor? We'll talk to them. We got to grab our gold. Of course. Getting so used to the crafty boxes, not having to go grab inventory. Sure does make life as a Viking much more pleasant. I was going to be a lot more productive. Dump our stone. Is there any left? Nope. Boxes are empty. That's all that's left at this point. Sounds about right. Okay, got our gold. Let's go get some hoops. So we have 5 stations, 6 boxes on both sides of each set. It's 12 boxes times 5 at 60 hoops. That's what we need. And they sell in lots of 3, so again, 2,000, I think. Why do we only have... All right, let's just get what we can. Let's get what we can. Where'd my 2 gold go? In there? Oh. Frustration. I think, yeah, we got enough wood, I think. Get our last 2 gold. So odd, I wonder how that happened. And yeah, I guess we can put the hoops over here. Grab the last one. So we're gonna need the pillar and arch system. If you've watched any of my streams, I use that system a lot. Very, very useful. There we go. We're good to go. And we're going to use that for a lot of the outdoor crafting and the cooking station. That's how we're going to sort of handle this. The looms, the ovens, hearth, that kind of stuff. Eventually the cauldron will just be part of the outer wall, not part of the inside. There will be a hearth upstairs on the 2nd floor. We're going to make that like our comfort room. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let's put these hoops over here as well. See how many we can make. I feel like we could do 4. Let's see. Let's find out. Furniture, barrels. 1, 2, 3. Right, so let's figure out how far back we can go. Right here, it seems. Down a bit. I think if we do like front edge like that. If I remember correctly, you gotta kind of embed them a little bit in one another. And I can live with that. We'll do the same thing here. Again, I'm just trying to put the back ones as far back as I can. And then you just do the next one in front. And see the back edge of the barrel? You know, I'm nesting it, not fully inside, but just a little bit, that inner circle, and then down again, same thing. And that seems to work pretty good. I use that line there too, get it all lined up. Perfect. I wonder if I rotate them, I can get that line again. Might be a note for future barrel placement. But you get the idea here. So this is what it would look like. This is how you would do it. Other things you could do, you can move that to like over here. Wouldn't be a big deal. I really don't think it looks very good up there. Let's go ahead and move that. This. There we go. And it still reaches, so you get the effect. The upgrade right there. Any hose? Let's make some fire arrows. Now let's go gather some iron. The Vikings' work is never done. We need to get some food too. There we go. And I believe, yep, we can get some serpent stew. I'm just going to do a couple of them. Same with these other two. Cling, usually that's when it makes an extra one for me. Okay, we've got health. Do we have any? Yes, we do. Poison resist. What's brewing up here? Medium healing. Frost resist. So what are we looking at up here? We need some more poison resist. Okay, that's probably good. So we have a lot of healing. Let's do one more poison resist. Oops, not it. Where's the kettle? Where is the kettle? Make some mead. Just before bedtime. I'm just gonna make some tasty. Oh, we don't have enough honey. Go back to the farm. Let's get some sleep instead. Nighty night, Stumps. All right, good morning, Stumps. Time to go. Oh, this is perfect too. Raining, so let's just go gather some iron. Actually, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Surtling 1. Yep. Surtling 1. And so we haven't gone to here. We could go all the way to the bog witch. I say we finish. I think we started but haven't finished that sunken crypt. Let's do that. Take a look out there. So from here, we have no map. We have actually, you could carry like the cartography table stuff with you, but why not just turn the map on if you're going to cheese it that hard, you know? Okay, so if I recall correctly, we've got nothing in there. Stuff out, and we're going to some resistance up. We gathered, oh good, we've already gathered some. A little bit of a leech here. Sorry, buddy. Blood bags. Pour out the blood. I don't see any other. Oh, there's a crypt right there. Another flame geyser. Alright, we're not going to worry about that too much. Let's figure out where we're at here. Oh. Okay, so we never really did this one, it looks like. Okay, we got this far. Got this far. Oh. What in the world? Well, like, here's where we need to keep going. This could be a massive crypt. To explain why we left it somewhat unfinished. A dead end, that's good to see, unfortunately. So it looked like we had nearly 4 stacks of iron. Muddy, can we get it? Not sure we got anything for it. That's a dead end. Let's see what's in here. Gotta remember to bring our headlamp. I think we have that. Nice doing this with the iron pickaxe. Goes much faster. Gotta wait to let you attack them, I guess. There we go. This looks like a dead end. Let's see. Start this stream on Twitch right now. How does he do it? Cat-like vision. That didn't work. Alright, just giving up on that. No more? No. So I think we're done back there. I hope we're not doing anything in here. Okay, that's all done. Good. Good, good, good. We're just trying to finish up this first wing. It's ridiculous. Yeah, we aren't even back to the beginning yet. This is crazy. Alright, I don't know why we skipped this. So this doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Denizen. Find this scrap pile. And we can cheese this and just seem very fair. Could be a little more fair. Come on, boys. Yeah. Do what you got. They weren't motivated today. Not properly motivated. Just gonna leave for another room. Oh my god. Don't want to cheer on dead ends. We do need iron. But I'd much rather get it out of the chest. Have to mine all of it. Like you can very slowly slide forward while you mine. So you can just kind of keep it on that mechanical swing. Go! Okay, that does it for side number 1. We got 29. I can live with that. Be interesting to see if we have a repeat. The never-ending trip. Dang. Oh. Not in the middle. I think that's about it. Let's see what we got for that 6. Can't be thrilled. feel like there's a dude, yep, standing right there. Come on, come down. Oh, nice job, Stumps. Okay, this looks like a dead end. Blink. Oh. No. How do I get up? I've done it in the past. Oh, there we go. Okay, good enough. This one looks like it might have a room. There's 2 piles of that, too. Notice they do that in some of these doorways. Just to really clog it. Nothing. But we have closure. Just as our axe is reaching its breaking point. Blink. Counting that as done. Alright, those two didn't go anywhere. I'm gonna take all of this and come back for you. I'm gonna come back for you. Let's see. Being out here on the coast makes it a little bit easier. I'm also looking for the like loose pieces that drop. Just the ones that sort of clip through the instance fell down. There seems to be like a half dozen or so. I don't see any little twinkle twinkle though. Nothing out there except unfriendlies. Alright, let's head back. We could probably carry that thing. We'll lighten our load just in case. Just in case. I'm trying to figure out, is it even worth getting the big ship for this? Just do 2 more little loads rather than 1 big one. Where are you going? Maybe we'll see him later. And we carry that much. We can carry pretty close. I think it is going to be wiser to just... Oh, here we go. Just use the little ship for this one. We can leave the big one out in the ocean. Should be good. Hunt some serpents. We'll go to serpent hunting tonight. Be good. A little fun for Stumps. A little recreation. Still kind of early though. Where are we keeping? There. There. So some of this stuff isn't going to stay in there. Where we keep the coal. I feel like we have a box. There we go. Okay, perfect. Wow, that was literally perfect. Topped it off. Oh, there's more over there. We'll have to clean that up at some point. I'll do that between the streams when I'm farming a little more iron, I think. Might do the rest of that between streams. Then we can take on Bone Mass this Thursday. That would be a fun way to end it. Alright, so let's figure this out. This is east. It is getting late. Sun is sinking low in the sky. I don't want to try and sail it back. Let's try and figure out where is... So this is where we are. Is that what we think? I'm going to get rid of that. And we'll go to the serpent portal. Just remark it on the map. We'll at least know where we are in the world. This has been my theory. Let me do this. Alt-P. Type in whatever you want. Then we go back. If I remember there was a troll over there, we better go check that out while it's still daytime. Deal with it. How's our stuff? Rank 3. Oh, we don't have a back. We can make a cape. That'd be nice. That'd be real nice. Alright, let's see where that... Yeah, so it's definitely right there. So we have the arrows. Everything's good. Let's repair everything real quick. We've got food. Got everything we need out there. Let's go take care of that troll if he's still there. See if we can't make ourselves a cape. I thought it was like a 1 or 2 star troll too. He looks a little green, but he's in the shade. Find out. Let's find out, shall we? Oh, he can't register us. We're too far away. This is quite good. I will cheese this because I choose to. Because I know he's going to be a 1 star. We'll get close enough to see his... Oh, we really are far away. So he was big and green. Ooh. We're gonna need to... What are you doing? Hey, 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 hey. This is a little more serious than I thought. We're not gonna need it for serpents. Ooh. Dude, you are making such a mess. Who is going to clean that up? I don't know if I hit him one time. So big, how can you miss, you know? That. Whoop. Pathing get a little messed up, buddy? We won't cheese that. Take a swing. Free swing. Alright, that's good. That's good. Okay, alright. Alright, get your licks in now. Try and clean this up. Call yourself No Stumps Gaming and leave Stumps. This doesn't work. Ruins the image. Not good for the brand, you know? Nice. Where'd you guys come from? There we go. That's the way to do it. I was wondering if our poison resist was still up. Doesn't look like he hit us, though. That's interesting. Okay, I think I have done my duty. Guys out. Let's go finish this one. Seriously. In case we ever come back here. Bad, Stump. Not bad. Straight brute force. You had enough in you. Alright, we're gonna have to leave that. We need to get going if we're gonna hunt serpents. We have no rest. We're leaving a mess behind. Oh. I don't feel good about this, Stumps. I feel good about it at all. Let's throw everything in the dump pile. We need to deal with right now. That was a ton of leather, though. Let's see if we can make our cape. That'd be great. Here we go. Can we upgrade it? How many times? Just better than nothing. Get our food buffs. Get our rest. Comfort of 9. Hit the high seas. See if we can get us a trophy. I know exactly where I want to put it. Know exactly where I want to... Oh, we got a troll trophy. Put it up there. Maybe in front of our fort. We'll see. Alright, quick repairs. We are just going to motor out of here. So we're going to use the wind. A little bit. That'll be nice. There we go. Perfect. I always get a little scared doing this. Just fire arrows. Not very easy. I feel like I should be going this way. I should have looked at the map better. Swamps. We don't want to go over there. That's more land. I think we just need to go out the way. I'm confused. We're keeping our head on a swivel. We'll just try to avoid the land. What's that? See where we end up. Oh, a storm. That's always good. If you find your boat is getting tossed and damaged too much, like, we don't want to take a ton of damage. Because the serpents are going to chew up the boat a bit. Just slow down your speed. And the waves will slow down in intensity. Oop. So here, we got to turn. Go this way. Is this the mountain? Our base over here? That is possible. Well, if that's the case, I think that is our base, like right over. We don't want to go this way. We want to go roughly in this direction. Where the wind is coming from, of course. Oh. Serpents don't care how fast you're going. Oh, I think we're catching the wind. I think we're getting lucky here. Those are some tough serpent hunts. Maybe next time we suit up with armor. I think it really matters with serpents. I think it's the arrows that are holding us back right now. If you look at the wind gauge, when the wind is on that one side like that, know which way you want to turn. So you want to keep the wind in your sail when you're doing like a U-turn. Because usually you're going to see serpents behind you, not in front of you. They take so long to spawn and get with themselves. These people. Let's go down to 1.5 sails. Nothing? Nothing? Sailing into the darkness. In the middle of a storm. No serpent. None to speak. There's some land over there. We gotta be careful here. Really wish I could see. Oh man. It would make this so much easier. Biggest thing is I just don't want to get so close to shore we're no longer considered in the ocean. I feel like that's the Leviathan. Okay, we kind of know where I am now. That's what's throwing me off. Come on, serpent. Where are you? Where are you? I'm sorry, Stumps. I don't know what's going on. Normally we have a lot better luck than this. Oh, here we go. Speak of the devil. Sideways a bit. I don't know how big his hitbox is. Where are you, buddy? He's under the boat. Interesting that he's so close to the Leviathan. When you're doing these guys, kind of watch how much damage you're able to do, because you want to get them down to next to nothing, and then just jump in on top of them with the final arrow. It's real tricky to master, but if you can do it... There. Alright, here we go, here we go. You can get the trophy sometimes. Ready? Oh, nope. Didn't jump far enough out. That's how you get the scales and the trophy, if you do it right. And there's actually, you can land on their head. So be careful doing it. Alright, let's see if we can find one more. I wonder what that was. These fish in front of us are weird. What direction? What direction? Let's just go this way, see what happens. Nice and slow, nice and easy. It looked like land to our left. We're gonna have to clear the land. Okay. Daytime. Let's see if we can. Get one more go. One more attack. One more serpent. Huh. How many arrows we have? Plenty. Do it. Do it. Don't be afraid. I think we're sailing towards our home right now, so let's see where we end up. Back out in the ocean. Is it always raining in the ocean? Thought we got a break. Come on. Where are you? There's the sun. And there's the moon. It's getting real dark. It's getting really dark. Alright, I think that's it. I think we're too close to shore. This might be... I feel like this is, I think this is the mountain directly across from our base, so this might be our base over here. Sail up here a bit and see. Not that we need to get back to our base, but it's okay to start from there too. And we have not had any luck with this ability this run. My goodness. I can hear the fans of my computer going crazy. I lost the wind. There we go. Oop. Okay, we don't want anything to do with this gentleman. There, buddy. Keep. No base back to there. I still think this is our mountain. He's still trying to keep up. Good effort. Good effort, big fella. There are some really nice lakes behind the castle we're building. Try right here. I think this is where our base is. And if not, we're just gonna land here and port wherever it is. Gonna figure it out. It should start rendering right about now. There we go. That's gonna look really nice. It won't be as big. It'll be a little bit smaller, I think, a little more modest. Oops, we gotta get our serpent meat. Guess I should leave. Just leave that with the boat. For our next outing. But now that we got the boat back, we can use that to bring in more iron. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe between streams I'll do that last sunken crypt, that third one that we saw. And that'll be how we handle that. It looks like, yeah, we were sailing a lot around out here. I was trying to avoid coming down here because it's just so narrow. You're going to get close to shore all the time. We don't need that anymore. Got bone mass on notice. It's looking pretty good. This is plains. This is where I think we'll be able to put our plains farm, which would be kind of amazing that it's so close to our actual base. Not normal for us. So before we leave, got about 10 more minutes on stream. I thought what I would do is kind of map out the rest of the vision real quick. So to do that, what I'm going to do is destroy, destroy all of this. I'm going to leave the outer wall. I'm just going to get rid of this side for a minute. Get rid of this upper portion as well. Sort this out. You leave my base alone, buddy. One of the things I like about building my wood walls like this is that it kind of establishes where the stone walls can go. So when you're planning your build, I think it just makes planning a little bit easier. Okay, you see we had a couple workbenches nested inside the walls for fun. Just for spawn suppression. It's always wise to do stuff like that. Let's see. I think I was putting all our wood here. This serpent meat weighs a ton. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. Did we put it in here? Yep. 20. That's a lot of serpent meat to have. Free bone mix. 3 bone mix. No, that's pretty good. Actually, we're going to keep this wood on us. We're just going to use it. So, to sort of plan this out, I'm going to use these beams. This is how we're going to build it out. So, this side is going to be the outer wall. Right here. And then a pillar. This side's going to be the inner wall. So it's going to be more like pillar. And if I remember correctly, we do this like this. Oops. That's how we do the corners. Now there'll be some overlap. But this is where the pillars are. That makes sense, yep. And then another gap. Sort of the internal pillar, you get the idea. This isn't right, this is not right. Let me see here. I'll figure that out later. Essentially, it has to be 2. All the way down. So if we do this, 1, 2 for the gap, 1 for the pillar. But I think it has to connect in the middle. Why would it not? It doesn't have to. It should be able to go like this. Yeah. There we go. That's correct. That is correct. Yes. Okay, that all makes sense now. So we would have pillar here and here. And that would connect like that. This all makes sense now. This would be a pillar. Those would be pillars. Kind of hard to explain, but that's how it would be done. And then it just kind of keeps going. In every set of 3, you got to do another set of pillars. But each of these is going to create an alcove that you can put a workbench in. This will too. Okay, that's proper. So the only question is, how big do you want your courtyard? I'm just going to do this to see lengthwise what feels good to us. Just because we have all of this space doesn't mean we should make it that big. So I kind of feel like this is a good size right here. I want to use corners for a ton of storage, then put like campfires. I'm thinking at least 1 or 2 crafting stations. So like looms, ovens, cooking, what are some others? I know there's more, I'll think of them later. And then more storage in the front. So we could make it like 1, 2 storage, open, 2 more storage, and just do this as storage. This could be a thing. Just end it right here. Or go a little bit further. It isn't really necessary to have a huge open courtyard. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a smaller castle build this time around. Just try that out. A little more compact. Less ostentatious. And I'll fill in a bunch of these barrels later as well. Mostly it's just going to be there for the aesthetic. We can use them anytime we want. They do have 12 slots instead of 10, so they're actually slightly better than chests. But you get about the same doing this as you do with like a storage wall. You basically have 4 columns, but only 3 rows instead of 4 rows. So I guess you lose about only 4 spaces, which isn't too bad per wall. Really isn't bad. So it'll be nice to kind of build the extension. It'll also be nice to put a roof on the thing. A permanent roof. So we'll build this up. I'd like to put... Here we go. I want to go in. We'll do that. I'm wondering if we go too far. Stick through. No. How do we stick through? So this is going to be our fire source for our comfort room, and then we're going to build our bed right here. So make the dragon bed yet? Oh, we need wolf fur. We need some wolf fur, but we can put our bed over here, or we can just put our bed somewhere else. There's going to be a door here, and I'm thinking a door right over here. That'll lead out this way. And that's going to be our home. We can put a hot tub up on the roof, directly above our bed. We can even put the hot tub in here. That would be exciting. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Just kind of have it all right up here to play with. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this build. I think it's going to be an exciting new castle design. I'm looking forward to it coming together. I don't know if I'm going to do a garden or not for this one. Maybe something tiny around the front if we don't make it too long. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll do something very simple this time. Give us more time. Anyways, that's it for me tonight. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. Got a really good start on the castle. I'm looking forward to I don't know if we'll finish the whole thing on Thursday, but I do want to put in a fair amount of time, and then we'll take on bone mass and upgrade our armor. I'm not going to do any upgrades, but I am going to gather some iron. That is kind of repetitious, and we've got it down pretty good. Pretty uneventful last time. So that's the plan. That's it for me. Stumps out. See everyone Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night.